My biggest frustration definitely was the loss of confidence. So when you've worked really hard to lose weight, which over the course of the last 10 years, I had lost about 80 pounds, and I had hit my goal weight, and it had just really changed my life. The way that people treat you, the way that you're perceived at work. You hit this goal that you've worked so hard for, and then I hit perimenopause, and I was 53, and suddenly I couldn't maintain my weight, and I put on 15 pounds, and people kept telling me, oh, it's not that much weight, and nobody can tell, no one knows but you. And unfortunately, it's such a loss of confidence at that point. And you're trying everything, and you're doing intermittent fasting, and you're walking, and you're doing all of the things that work and all the things that are supposed to work, and you just can't lose that weight. And basically when I found LeanRx, and it really seemed geared toward women in my age range and people who are in perimenopause, and I was like, oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I've been doing everything for the past 2 years, and it's not going to work. And it was just amazing to me, and such a huge change, and life-changing, really, definitely life-changing. As I mentioned in my last video, I just really didn't think it was going to work. And when I actually was seeing a hormone doctor, and she's the one that first mentioned, had I thought about it. And I was just like, I mean, for 15 pounds, like who goes on Ozempic or tirzepatide for 15 pounds? I should be able to do this. I should be able to do this on my own. But I tried everything and I couldn't. And that was my biggest fear, was that it was not going to work. And like I said, intermittent fasting hadn't worked, walking more, exercising, like none of it had worked. And I was very fearful that this was just going to be another failed attempt. Definitely the fact that it was microdosing, like I really felt like with as little weight as I needed to lose, that whole microdosing aspect just felt like it was a smart choice. And I liked the fact that it was Mondays and Fridays, because it was going to be able to maintain, hopefully, a level amount in my system. I also just loved the fact that it was geared toward women who are in perimenopause, like older women, people that are having the same struggles that I was having, that they're doing all the right things. You're walking, you're watching what you eat, you're watching what you drink, you're doing everything, and you should be able to lose that weight, but it's just not happening. And this just really, and the results, like when I saw the people's videos and the testimonials, just the fact that these were women just like me, and it was working for them. Honestly, I had tossed it around for a couple of months. Like I said, my hormone doctor had mentioned it. She had said she would prescribe it for me, and the cost was I couldn't afford it. I was already paying for a hormone doctor that was costing me quite. I was doing BHRT, and it hadn't affected my weight. I had not lost weight, and I thought that I might. And then I came across LeanFastRx on Facebook, and the cost was reasonable, and I just felt like that it was something that I could do. But the cost was a huge motivator for me, because it not only was it geared toward women of my age, but it was reasonable, and it was something that I could afford. I am almost at my goal weight. So my goal weight was 130. And actually, one day last week, I weighed below my goal weight. So one day I was like 129. This morning, I was 130.4. So basically, I'm at goal weight. I have gone down about 2 sizes in my clothing, which is super, super exciting. But the other thing is that it's just the whole package with LeanFastRx. They provide you with the daily workouts, and honestly, if you do those things, like I can notice that I'm more toned, I look better in my clothes, and I am so much more confident, and just really happy with where I'm at. Honestly, my personal relationship with my fiance is better. He was very hesitant and very skeptical about me doing taking the injection. He felt like that was excessive, for somebody of my size. He did not feel like that was necessary, and really didn't want me to do it. And I did it anyway. And even he has to say now that he still feels that he was perfectly happy with me when I weighed more, but he does see that whole change in me. Like, he says it's like I've had a total glow up. Like I'm just happier. I'm more confident, and it just radiates. And I think it's made all of my relationships better. I have a couple of friends who definitely, actually tons of people have noticed, but I haven't shared with everyone how I've done it because there's a stigma about taking the easy way out. And there's been a few people that have reacted like, oh, did you really need to do that to lose 15 pounds? But a couple of my friends are super excited. I have one friend that's considering and thinking about it. Another one of my friends has gone a different route. She's not doing LeanFastRx. She's doing a different program, but it has definitely been motivational for other people in my life. So it's been a good thing. Okay, inflammation was the first thing that I really, really noticed. I have had in the past couple of years just really bad knee pain. It was actually preventing me from exercising the way that I wanted to. I wasn't even getting my steps in because I was just hurting. I wasn't sleeping as well because my knee would actually ache during the night. And that's been one of the things even my fiance has agreed. Like, it has just changed that tremendously. So I'm not having hardly any knee pain anymore. It's been amazing. But then the other real change is just my relationship with alcohol. So not that I was a heavy drinker, but I had definitely gotten into the habit over the last couple of years of drinking, which I think also affected my weight. And there's just no cravings now. Like, I don't crave food, I don't crave sugar, I don't crave alcohol. And it's overall just been a wonderful feeling to have that, all of those cravings, all of that food noise, just all of those outside distractions that are gone now. Absolutely, just do it. 100%. If you're thinking about it or you've considered it, do it. Because it is definitely one of the best things I've done for myself, one of the best investments I've ever made for myself. So I would let anybody know that's on the fence or just considering it, just do it.